the Crypt Keeper of Creepy, the provocative prince of the tweens, the... Shut up!
Hello everyone, I need to get something off my chest. I hate this mouse. I mean, I don't... Maybe I do hate the mouse, but it's not just this mouse. It's every mouse I've tried since I broke my mouse a year and a half ago. That mouse was my sweetheart. She worked well. She worked great. She was a perfect little mouse. And now, the mouses that I use, they all feel like shit. I'm sorry, but it's true. And I haven't been able to play Heroes of the Storm in over a year because you need a good mouse for that. It makes it very hard to make cartoons, which is my favorite hobby, I think. And I don't know why. I could keep trying more and more expensive mouses, but I don't know if it would actually fix anything. I don't know if I will ever find a mouse that actually works. Maybe my hand has become retarded. Maybe it's not the mouse at all. Maybe it's something to do with my hand or my brain over the last year. Has something in my brain hand suddenly snapped like a dumb gay nigger or something like that, or like or yeah. And so next thing I wanted to talk about real quick is I need to be quiet. It's too loud. Next, because I'm gonna wake up my sister. She's asleep or whatever. And if they hear me talking like a psychopath, I think they'll want to kick me out. So I gotta be careful. And then when do you next thing I want to talk about on Twitter there's so many gooners everywhere. There's so many gooners on Twitter everywhere, and you have to block all of them because they just do whatever the hell they want, and they don't care about anything except making money off of people over their freaking gay ass art. The way my mouse works is, imagine if you had... I thought I just saw a bright light or something, but I think it's just my imagination. The way my mouse works is that imagine if you had an autistic child on a leash, and you always had this autistic child on a leash, and you're a parent of an autistic retarded child, and a lot of parents like that, they have their children do things for them. They say, go get me my favorite soda out of the fridge, and they'll have the autistic kid on a leash, and the leashed child will go run, spy kid will go run to the fridge, fetch them a soda, and bring it back. And usually it's the wrong soda, because they're so damn dumb. Like that SpongeBob episode. Sandy, squirrels are so stupid, they couldn't fucking fuck the rare. You know, I don't remember what the punchline was. Write in the comments if you remember. Don't look it up, but if you remember what the punchline was in that episode. Squirrels are so dumb, they couldn't. What was the punchline SpongeBob said in the episode? Do not look it up, but if you remember it right now off the top of your head. I know the episode's from like 20 years ago, 22 years ago, but if you remember it, then you write it in the comments. Oftentimes, so what will happen, I'll say, okay, I'm using my mouse, I'm trying to make a cartoon, I'm trying to do anything. I am trying to do anything with my mouse, okay? And imagine my mouse, autistic kid on a leash. I say, go get me a soda. The kitchen's on the left. He runs to the right, out the house, all the way into a time vortex loop time machine. Jumps through a time machine. Now he's in the Vietnam War, and he's just a dumb, stupid autistic kid fighting in a war. Meanwhile, I need him back at my house in the kitchen getting me my favorite soda. Which right now, it might be Coke, honestly. Coke's very, it's a perfectly average, it's a perfectly good average soda to drink. Not too good, not too great, not too bad, but mostly pretty damn good. I'm trying not to have 2 sodas a day, but sometimes I do. So, but not so much lately. I was having 2 a day for a very long time, years and years. But right now I'm at least I'm kind of down to 1 sometimes, most of the time. So I'll have a soda in the afternoon, and then at night I'll have maybe grape juice or Capri Suns, something sugary, but isn't as sugary as soda, perhaps. Cokes have 44 grams, by the way. That's a lot of grams, but not as many as Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew has even more grams than that, but I don't remember how many more. Maybe 60 or 70 grams. Maybe 55. I can't remember. My memory's not that good, possibly from all the soda or alcohol or something I had in the past. So definitely need to want to stay away from alcohol and soda, kind of, to help my memory get better. And world hasn't ended yet. Any day now it could. You never know. My mom, God bless her, she gives me the "you're not normal" speech when I hang out with her. What are you doing with your life? What are you going to do with your life, a year from now? Where's your career? You need to get a career. Funny thing about my mom is her daughter, when I hang out with my sister, she always says, "Have you applied here today? Have you applied there? Are you going to get a career? You have to think about your retirement." I said, "Retirement? What are you talking about?" She said, "You have to think about your retirement. You need a 401k. You need a 401k. And you need a..." She listed off some other weird bank term I've never heard before. I said, "I don't know what that is, and I don't want to know. Retirement? What is that, like when I get new tires on my damn fucking car?" And she said, "If you don't get retirement, you're going to work forever." And I said, "Okay, whatever. That's fine. I don't care. It's fine. I barely work now anyway, so it's whatever." So, and I've been not bedridden, but chair-ridden. I've been chair-ridden a lot this week because I'm taking care of a dog. So I've been room-ridden. I haven't left the house pretty much at all. I barely left the room. Chair-ridden, mostly chair-ridden. And what was I going to say? Where is it going with this? And I think that's just not good. And so I guess maybe I'm so bored right now that's why I'm doing a podcast right now. Instead of on, I usually upload these on Sunday. But today's not Sunday. Now it's Wednesday. It just turned Wednesday a few hours ago. Now today's Wednesday, which means I have to go to work tomorrow night. I got work tomorrow night. But don't tell anybody. I'm not an ordinary rabbit, but keep it a secret, don't you blab it. That's from an old 1990s VHS called Dream Bunny. Look it up on YouTube. They have the whole VHS on YouTube. Type in Dream Bunny VHS 1990, and you can watch the whole Dream Bunny VHS. I love old VHSs still, of course, and have a lot of them memorized and stuff. And I probably should start collecting them. I have a very small collection of 90s VHS tapes, but they're not obscure. They're just movies from the 90s that were popular. Jurassic Park, Cody Banks, maybe The Parent Trap. I took a picture of my collection, but I think I lost it. I'll take a picture when I go see my collection soon. I will take a picture, show you guys my collection. But it's just popular movies from the 90s. Jurassic Fart, all the big popular ones in the 90s I got are just the big popular ones. And yeah, so I'll show you guys that. Write in the comments if you want to see my VHS collection, right? Comments, and I will show you that sometime soon. Pretty lazy with the studying Jewish stuff lately. Pretty lazy with that. I have 2 books. I barely read any of them. They're in my car, and I can't read them if they're in my car because I'm in my room all the time. So I would have to go to my car and get them. One is about vegan foraging, and the other one is about Jewish Kabbalah stuff. But it's not written by a Jewish person. It's written by like some old Mexican woman who met with some rabbis secretly in the back of a shoemaking business building in 1986-ish, and they gave her this secret scroll. Very beautiful story that they would give her this fascinating knowledge secretly for no cost. Of course, they wrote her, think of it as a big cheat sheet of summarizing the Zohar and the Kabbalah, and they wrote it all down for her in the 86, and they gave it to her, and then they never saw her again, and she never saw them again. Just a very strange one-off encounter, because she was looking for divine Jewish knowledge, and she found the rabbi somehow. I don't remember how, maybe in the phone book or something, and they said, okay, we'll talk to you in the shoe store at the back at 8 p.m. at this day, and we'll give you the script, and then you can look at it. And they said, you know what? Just like what those Jews said, they said this stuff needs to be revealed now. We're getting to a point where it's so late in the game. Not enough people know this cool stuff. This stuff really does, I think, need to be revealed as much as possible right now to people who are willing, who are interested in God's word and God's stuff. I think if people are interested in that, and I think they would be if it wasn't for all the evolution propaganda and all this gay faggot propaganda, moon landing propaganda, all this gay shit in our science books, I think people would be more interested in divine knowledge or spiritual occult knowledge or something like that. This whole world, we have no idea where we came from, and I mean our current generation, our current civilization, right? I think we popped up around 200 years ago here. A lot of people are starting to think that now. And I do end up getting on a lot of conspiracy bandwagons, trust me. So I do. What's that from? I do. That's from some old 90s show, I'm sure of it. I do. What is that from? That's from Kenan and Kel. When he says, do you love orange soda? And he says, I do. That's from Kenan and Kel. 90s black Niger show about the two black boys who love orange soda or something gay. Yeah. You know what? I actually did watch Good Burger 2, the movie that came out this year. And you know what? Actually, it was pretty decent. Basically, the way I feel about all movies nowadays is that they're not really good, they're just good enough. Write in the comments if you've seen a good movie that isn't just good enough, but is actually very good. In the comments that you think I should watch or something like that. It doesn't have to be from recently, it could be any movie that people might enjoy that they don't even know about, maybe, or something. You could write it in the comments if you want. And I had other stuff to talk about maybe, but I forgot. And I think that's about it. That's all I wanted to cover, right? I think it's what time is 6 a.m.? It's 6 a.m. I gotta go to bed. I really gotta go to bed. It's 6 a.m. It's 6 a.m. It's 3 a.m. Do you know where your children are? It's an old PSA from the 80s or 90s. Or look it up. It's 12 a.m. Archie, you know where your kids are? It's some old PSA, American PSA from the 90s. You can look into it. You want to know what I'm doing? I'm just doom scrolling Twitter a lot, and doom scrolling Twitter, playing the card game Eternal, similar to Magic the Gathering. Barely made any cartoons this week at all, if any, as maybe you guys have noticed. I think maybe because I'm taking care of the dog or the mouse or just whatever the hell's going on. I'm just in a state of perpetual jareness, and life is unjare. That show, Malcolm in the Middle. And when you're in a state of perpetual jareness and everything's just kind of messy, so in your head or wherever, if you're just chair-ridden too much, then things get messy in your head space, and things you just get, it's just hard to get out of the chair this week and out of the bed this week, and that's what's going on, I think, and hard to make cartoons when my mouse is a fucking autistic child. Okay. God bless you and your families. See you guys next time. Bye. Thanks for stopping by.
Now it's time to have a snuggle with my very best friend in the whole wide world. You. Well, I'm glad you could come over. See you soon. Bye. And the clown jumped.